I'm constantly interested in how the yoga teacher training influences people who don't go on to become a yoga teacher. So I sat down with one of my former students, Jason, to talk to him about how the training influenced his current work as a cartoonist.
Jason,
Yes.
tell us a little bit about what you're doing right now. What's your project?
Right now I'm finishing up a book I started a few years ago called The War for Caleb. That's a story about a young man with an anxiety disorder, and it's basically a guy who's followed around by superheroes that aren't real, that represent a visual manifestation of what he goes through experiencing that.
So let's talk a little bit about your approach with the Gita. What started with that? How did you feel about that at first?
Oh, so the Gita is really funny because when we started looking at the Gita, I was really pissed off about it. and it was because I was, just like you said, I was thinking along the lines of like, oh, this is like gospel, and I don't like dogmatic law. I definitely don't like dogmatic religion. And then I kind of backed away from my personal feelings about it, and then I started relating it to Star Wars too, and then it made it even better. So I love that sense of duty, rather than like this is why we're here, type of deal.
Okay, so do you feel like the story of the Gita influences the storytelling that you do, or is it more personal, the way you work?
Oh, it's the way that I work.
So after doing the training and reading the Gita, how did that help you with your book?
Well, the Gita probably helped me with my book because of that sense of duty. So like, you know, when Krishna is asked, or Arjuna is asking Krishna about like, well, you know, this is not, he's arguing with him about his duties as a warrior. Like, this is not where I'm supposed, you know, why should I attack my own family? And he's like, well, it's not about that. It's about who you are. Like, what are you supposed to do? And you're a warrior. Why fight it? And I think what I did was kind of take that kind of ideology and place it upon myself as like, well, I'm a cartoonist, good or bad. Because a lot of the struggle I have is when you sit down to work on comics, the person you're fighting the most is yourself. That's the biggest hurdle to get over. You know, to sit there at a table and go, don't worry about like whether or not it's good enough, just do it.
Right.
And that is like really important. The yoga taught me that practice, it's not about the end result. Forget the end result. It's about the process. So, right, exactly. Yeah. And that's the whole thing, right? Yoga, the physical practice is all modern crap. The real practice is the mental stuff. I would say that it's worth it, particularly the Three Sisters Yoga, because you will get out of it what you need personally and as an individual, you know. And it was like, okay, if you want to join a team, I prefer to join a team like the X-Men, where we're all individuals, we have our own costumes, nobody's matching, and we are treated separately but equally. And that's what Three Sisters Yoga is to me.